What's up guys, Jakob Owens here for the Buff Nerds, and today I'm going to talk to you about how you can improve your photography. Ever more increasingly nowadays, photography is becoming a more accessible medium for people of all ages with things like Instagram, for example. Everyone's a photographer now, and everyone's always looking to grow their following and grow kind of their audience for photography. But not everyone really knows or has background and experience in photography or how to really improve your photography. So I wanted to talk about 3 quick tips that'll help you improve your photography and get you thinking about how you can just be a better photographer overall. So the first tip, and probably the most important tip, is composition. Along with filmmaking, composition is super important. And now composition is how you frame up an image. So your composition could be a style of yours, and you could develop a stylistic composition where your subject is always centered up in every frame that you do. Or it could be that they're always in the lower thirds. Or it could be that your composition, they're always very wide establishing shots. Composition is basically how you set up the frame of the image that you take. So composition is how your image is framed. Personally, I love to really center all my images with the subject in the center of the image. I'll show you guys a few examples, I'll flash them on the screen, but if you notice, the majority of all these images, the subject matter in the frame is always dead center. That's just my personal taste, and that's what I like to do. So find your own taste when it comes to composing your images for your photography. Tip number 2 is understanding aperture. Aperture is important, and it's the amount of light that your lens lets in. Now, the lower the aperture, say your lens goes down to a 2.8, that's going to create a lot of depth, and it's called a depth of field. So if I were to have my lens set to a 2.8 and I focus on something in the foreground, the background is going to be blurred out. That's the depth there. That's the depth of field, the aperture. Now, the higher you take that up to, say, an f.8 or 10, now the more things are going to be in focus. So the lower that number goes, I'm trying to put this in as layman terms as possible. The lower that number goes, the greater the depth and the distance between two objects you'll have. This being in focus and the stuff behind it being out of focus. So you got to think about your images when it comes to shooting photography, what you want in focus and what you want blurred out. Do you want the subject to be in focus and everything blurry in the background? Do you want everything to be in focus? You really need to think critically when taking your photos about your depth of field and what you want in focus and what you not want in focus, and you can develop a style around that as well. And tip number 3, and I think one of the most important, and if not the most important things, is color. How you color your image is everything. Just with video, you can ruin a great film or great image, whether it's photo or video, by the color. You could have a beautiful image, but if it just looks absolutely terrible and the colors are bad, no one's going to want to look at it. Color is so important to bringing your image to life. You do all this work to frame it up nicely, to light it nicely, to get the right shot, and if it's not colored correctly or it doesn't look pleasing to the eye, then it's not going to be accepted by a lot of people. I get hit up a lot on Instagram about what do I use to edit my photos on Instagram, and I have my own set of presets that I've created, my own color presets that I've edited in Lightroom. You can actually buy them. I'll put the link in the description below, so you can buy my presets, and you just apply the preset to your photo in Lightroom and you're good to go. I've developed my own color scheme that I like to do. I like my images to be a little more filmic in the sense I like a little grain in there. I like the contrast to be a little less. I don't like the images very contrasty. I like to have them have a little bit of a punch as well. So I have my color presets in the description below. You can pick those up. Make sure you follow me on Instagram as well, at Jakob Owens. Check out all my photos there. I also have an Unsplash account where I post a lot of my photography. I'm actually the number 2 most followed person on Unsplash. So if you want to go check me out on Unsplash, you can download photos for free on Unsplash. It's a really cool platform. Anyone can go download any photo that you get on that site for free. Alright guys, so I tried to run through this as quickly as possible while still giving you a good amount of information. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave one in the comments below. I'm here to help you guys, here to answer any questions you guys have. I know there's a lot of people with cameras becoming more accessible every day who are trying to become photographers. So I hope this video was helpful to some of you guys. And my dog's over here barking, so I'm going to end the video right there. Alright, peace.